So I just saw Hoppers, directed by Daniel Chong. This is the 30th Pixar film, and I think it's also their 30th anniversary since Toy Story. Um, and I made a video a while back about Toy Story 4, and in that I kind of gave my opinions on Pixar as a company as a whole. Long story short, I think there's a clear divide where they stopped making good movies. They had a definitive golden age that ended in 2010, and I don't think they've been matching that output at all since. And in this last decade, in like the last 5 years or so, I think they've been putting out pure slop, and they had like a terrible run there a while ago. I mean, like Soul was okay. Soul and Onward, yeah, I forgot Onward came out. They were both okay. Luca was completely forgettable, and I hear absolutely nobody talking about it. They kind of made a bit of a good turn with Turning Red. That was their best film in years, but then they followed it up. They followed it up with Lightyear, which is abysmal. It's just like a complete waste of time for everyone involved, like a complete soulless cash grab. They then did Elemental, which is like one of the most like worthless films in their filmography easily, and then they did Inside Out 2, which was just as bad, if not worse. I think. Yeah, I guess a lot of people liked Inside Out 2 because it made like $1 billion, but I just found it to be so uninspired. And oh yeah, there was Elio. Yeah, who could forget Elio? Which, as of recording, this is up for an Oscar, which I don't think it's going to win. Elio was just flat out made for babies. No two ways about it. It's like if you're not holding a rattle in your hand, you're not going to enjoy that movie. So along comes Hoppers by this guy Daniel Chong, who has other stuff outside of Pixar, which I'm not very familiar with, but he looks like his own. Oh, he has. I just saw now he did some stuff for Cars. Yeah, he did some stuff for Cars back in the day, like Cars shorts or something. But he has other stuff outside of Pixar, so he's kind of his own established director. He has his own voice, and I'm happy to see that a lot of that bleeds through in Hoppers. But Pixar. They're not really reinventing themselves here. I mean, just the script is formulated. I mean, it really is. The humor is mostly geared towards small children, which means there's a lot of annoying screaming in this, and the characters feel rushed, so the emotional resonance is hollow at best. I mean, this film really tries to tug on your heartstrings. It really tries to, have the same moment as the same moments that you'd have in like Toy Story 3 or Coco or like Finding Nemo, those moments that, make everyone cry, but here it comes across as kind of flat and almost insincere. But that being said, because they have an actual artist, it seems, working on this, this is the best Pixar film in years. I mean, again, it's nowhere near as good as their golden era, but compared to the slop that they've been pushing out as of late, it's a massive, massive improvement. The second half of this film is so chaotic and weird, like just flat out weird, that it's actually refreshing. The fact that this is a Pixar movie at all is actually its biggest flaw, because it has to adhere to the corporate mandated template. And you can see Daniel Chong, you can see the director, he's clearly trying to break out of the studio restrictions like every chance he gets. It becomes totally over the top. It's stupid, but it knows it too. And honestly, I found the directions the story takes to be very satisfying. There are 3 or 4 scenes in this that caught me completely by surprise. Maybe my standards are so low that I'd never expect Pixar to ever do something fun. I don't know. I like that the characters actually die in this. I like that that the animal characters have different designs when a scene is from a perspective of a human or if it's from a perspective of another animal. I like that the antagonist is just irredeemably evil. Like, he's just as one-dimensionally evil and villainous as it gets. He kind of reminded me of Syndrome from The Incredibles, and also this has a very similar third act to The Wild Robot as well, which I thought was funny, but it does it better. Yeah, it does it better. Yeah, Wild Robot sucked. I definitely like the second half more than the first, but the film kind of lets you know throughout the whole thing that it's not taking itself very seriously. It takes a lot of jabs at itself. It's not. It's not trying to be super serious, which is why I'm not too bothered by, as I mentioned before, the kind of emotional moments not landing all that well, because I think this film's main goal is to be like an absurdist comedy. But yeah, I like the second half more than the first, and there was a noticeable turning point for me, and I think if you've seen the movie, you might know what that is. It was the moment I got the biggest audience reaction. This likely would have been much better if Daniel Chong was given free reign. I mean, like 1000% this would have been so much better. But at the end of the day, this is the most fun I've had with a Pixar movie since Turning Red. I want to give this a higher rating, but I can't look past like the lame humor and the flat characters. Leave a lot to be desired. I don't think this is a return to form for Pixar. I mean, if this came out during the golden era, it wouldn't be held to the same standards as the classics like Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Toy Story 2, Ratatouille, etc. But it would stand out as just being this weird experiment. Like throughout their whole filmography, like this is just a weird detour for them. Also, I saw the trailer for Toy Story 5. It played before this at the cinema, and Toy Story it looks terrible. Pixar are not on the rebound at all. Like Toy Story 5 looks so goddamn useless. But the future looks bright. I keep flipping my words. The future looks bright for Daniel Chong. So I've hope for Daniel Chong's future, not Pixar's. So at the end of the day, I'm giving this a high 6 out of 10, which might as well be a 10 out of 10 compared to the AI fucking slap that the last 5 movies that they made.